I would say sorry, but I didn't make the intro, so take it up with my boy Big John. But anyway, yo, what is up guys, and welcome. It's InfernoKun back with another video talking about The Walking Dead, the final season, episode 2, titled Suffer the Children. And man, we had a trailer, we had a screenshot, we've had all these details that I spoke about, but now a video focused on Lilly, okay? We've been theorizing for a long time, you know, since season 2 for real, okay? Season 2, actually my first video about The Walking Dead that I made on this channel was about the returning character in season 2. Of course it was Kenny, but of course I mentioned Lilly, but now she is finally coming back. After theorizing, she's coming back in season 2, season 3, she's finally coming back in the final season, and there's been a bunch of mixed opinions about it, and I'm gonna go ahead and discuss with you guys about Lilly and what role she's gonna play in the final season, and basically what's her psychological just breakdown, because man, she is very different based upon that one line she said. Now, Lilly, she said that Clementine is going to die no matter what she does, okay? She can't protect AJ, and that's because there are so many factors, and that one of them actually coming true can end Clementine's life. You know, a gunshot, a walker that hasn't been seen, various things like that just could end Clementine instantly, and it's because of AJ trying to protect him, because putting someone else over your safety can end up, you know, hindering you, and that's just the raw truth. But what brought Lilly to go ahead and say this, okay? So, let's dial it back, you know, get in the time machine and go back to season 1, okay? Just met Lilly in the drugstore. She was a little bit of a bitch, not gonna lie, but, you know, for the most part, she toned down. She kinda apologized a little bit, and that was that, okay? I had no hard feelings for Lilly. I thought that, you know, man, she's over here just, you know, being very mean. I'm of course siding with Kenny and all this, and she wasn't the nicest person, okay? Let's go ahead and move on to episode 2, where we kind of just go ahead and have some more of the mean Lilly, her trying to basically deal with the whole group in the motor inn, okay? She's kind of like the quote-unquote leader, because she was in charge of giving out food rationings, and she wasn't being very much appreciated with that role, okay? Making the decision to skip out on some meals for people can get you a little bit hated, and that's where she was. She was fed up and all that kind of stuff. So she was constantly just angry most of the time about various different situations, and her being, you know, out of that role calmed her down a bit whenever we got to the St. John's Dairy, okay? She was much more calm. And then moving on, later in episode 2, her dad dies, okay? And she's not very happy about that as well. So, of course, she's sad and angry that her dad died. Based upon your choices, that could be a pretty cool detail, you know, having it in the final season. If Lee went ahead and chose to help Kenny, that could be why she didn't really like Lee so much. So that definitely has to be a factor to consider in the final season. It was not asked in the story builder, but for the most part, maybe if you imported your save, she will remember that. That'd be very cool. So hopefully that is accounted for. Moving on, episode 3, where things get, you know, a little bit, you know, crazy, okay? She's even more angry about, you know, supplies going missing and her wanting to basically just not leave. And Kenny wanted to go ahead and leave, you know, she was always angry about that as well. So, theme for Lilly, she's angry whenever you challenge her decisions, okay? Very big point there, okay? If you're having a conversation with her, she's generally a nice person, and for the most part, that's the case here. Moving on a little bit into episode 3, she was never really mad at Lee, okay? You go ahead and look at it. For the most part, she was really angry at Kenny, and if you went ahead and chose to help Kenny kill her dad, that's pretty much, you know, could be why she has this pent up aggression against Lee, therefore Clementine. Now, Clementine, okay? Why exactly is Lilly over here talking mad shit about Lee to Clementine and saying, hey, you know, just like Lee, you're also gonna die? What made Lilly want to say that to Clem? She was generally nice to Clem in season 1. You know, she gave her hair thingies, you know, she calls them the hair thingies, but her hair ties Lilly gave those to Clementine, and she constantly was worried about Clementine's well-being. Even in episode 3, she brought up the point, hey, what if Clementine gets sick and we won't have the supplies to go ahead and heal her? That just showed that, hey, I care about Clementine, and she's done so much for Clementine in season 1, cared about her a lot, so why exactly is she so mean to Clementine now? Now, the obvious thing is times have changed, okay? She might have seen some shit, done some shit, and changed as a person. She could be very, very, very different than what we last left her since episode 3 of season 1. And speaking of leaving her in episode 3, that can also be a factor. Of course, that was in the story builder, so why would that be there if it isn't going to be counted into the fact of the actual episode? So maybe if you chose to keep her in the RV, she'll be less mean. Maybe if you go ahead and tell her to get the fuck out, you know, that could be why she's so angry. But this is going to be a huge grudge if this is the case, because it's been a couple of years since this happened. So for the most part, the general thing is, what's gonna make Lilly, you know, be so mean? I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the direction they're going in with Lilly, but for the most part, I am intrigued, but I'm also worried, okay? If you guys do not remember, I've had the voice actress of Lilly, Nikki Rapp. She saw my Lilly video about the final season, why she should return. She saw it, commented on it, and said something along the lines that she was glad that I explained the other side of Lilly, the whole passionate side of Lilly about the group. She was pretty much, you know, looking out for the group, you know, obviously looking at the point from the whole killing Carly or Doug thing, that can be misinterpreted as two different ways. You know, obviously she kills Carly, she murders her, and she murders Doug as well. But looking at those two different instances, they both hold two different viewpoints, okay? Lilly killed Carly out of just pure speculation and spite, okay? She was very, very angry at Carly for talking shit to her. Therefore, she suspected her of, you know, doing the whole drug taking, and then ended up killing her. Straight out killing her, okay? That's definitely not right at all. That's definitely not okay. Looking at the Doug side of things, okay? She was, you know, very, very suspicious of Ben. And of course, you guys know, Ben was the one who was trading with the bandits, okay? She wanted to go ahead and shoot Ben, and then Doug got in the way and took the bullet. So that one is a different outlook. For the most part, she intended to kill Ben, who was the one behind it all, to be honest. So in that way, it's not as bad, and she might be let go in some people's hearts that, okay, that was generally an accident, but it was still not okay. We should have dealt with this in a more calmer manner, okay? And just in that way, it can be looked at differently. So what do you guys think about that? I want to hear the Carly people who chose Carly and the Doug people who chose Doug. Do you feel like she was not right either way, or are you giving her some leeway because of what happened with the whole Doug thing being an accident there? So looking at that, Lilly, reason why I liked her as a character, she was just so complex, okay? Everyone's telling me, man, Lilly was such an asshole, she wasn't that good. Why do people want her back in the first place? Look at all the levels to Lilly, okay? She was, you know, just nice to Clementine. She, you know, had her dad die right in front of her. Just, you know, whether you go ahead and help Kenny do it or he does it himself, either way, it was a strong thing that happened to Lilly there. And just seeing her trying to move on in episode 3, being a little bit salty about it, but still trying to look out for the best interests of the group by looking out for who actually stole these supplies, shows a lot of character for her. She was definitely just motivated by protecting and serving this group. And because she was in the army, okay, she was in the Air Force, and, you know, no matter what happened, I mean, obviously looking at Doug and Carly and shit, it's a bit different, but, you know, no matter what the case is, she was committed to her group, okay? At no point was she like, you know, fuck this, I'm out. and going off by herself. She was dedicated to them because she wanted to go ahead and figure out who stole these supplies, and, you know, looking out for the kids like Duck and Clementine, because she knew that people stealing these supplies can harm the group, which contains Clementine and Duck and everyone else, and she was not having that, which shows that she is a, you know, compassionate leader, but she pretty much had conflict from Kenny, and that's pretty much it as of right now. So what do you guys think about my explanation on why Lilly was such a complex character? She was definitely a really interesting character. I love seeing the different sides of her, the mean side of her, the compassionate side of her, how she cared about Clementine, and how she helped her out with the whole hair situation and various things like that. It just, there's different sides to Lilly that were just misunderstood, that I really don't want to be forgotten about in the final season. You know, she was nice sometimes, she was angry sometimes, she was mean sometimes, and she also was remorseful. You know, whenever she killed Carly, she felt instant remorse, and that shows. She wasn't like, you know, fuck that bitch. She was the one who did it. She shot Carly fucking instantly, you know, fucking looked and was like, oh shit, what did I do? And that just, you know, obviously that was a horrible thing. I don't forgive her for that at all. It was a horrible thing, but she did feel remorse for it. She did feel bad, terrible, really bad for it, and she was on the verge of just being just completely sad. You can see it whenever she was being left and various things like that. Obviously she did steal the RV. If you took her with you, you know, that can be inexcusable too. So there's just a bunch of things to Lilly that makes her very, very complex, and I do really like that. So I spoke about her past a lot in this video, but let's go ahead and get into basically what's going on here. Why is she so mean? Obviously it could be due to her, you know, going through some shit. I said this already, but going through some shit. But I'm wondering, you know, what's gonna go down, you know? Why did she say this, and what's going on? Obviously people are asking, how does she know that Lee died? Well, obviously you put 2 and 2 together. Okay, Clementine and Lee were together. Oh wow, Lee isn't there no more. Who's this little Lee? That's not Lee, that's AJ. Okay, obviously 2 and 2 together, you know, Lee isn't there, therefore she assumes maybe he died. Okay, and that prompts her to go ahead and say what she says, and that is very, very, very not nice. Hopefully that is determinate. That'd be very, very cool, but man, I do not want her to be some typical villain. I want her to be Lilly from season 1, this complex Lilly from season 1. I definitely want that quite a lot. So what do you guys think about what I have said in this discussion? Man, hopefully Lilly will be a great character, and maybe she's a leader of some sort for the Able group. Okay, she obviously is in the game. She's obviously a-okay, and she looks pretty good. Not bad. Okay, she doesn't look horrible. You know, shorter hair, and her model looks definitely really good. So I'm proud of Telltale for going ahead and staying true to the original Lilly. Obviously a little bit of a short hair, probably due to, you know, long hair being just so hard to manage and wanting to be able to stay safe in terms of just having short hair. So looking at that, it could be an interesting little dynamic there. So other than that, that's all I got for this discussion. Hopefully it will be great. Can't wait for episode 2 coming out next Tuesday. I cannot wait. Looking forward to it. So excited to see Lilly back. Hopefully she'll be good. Hopefully, I really hope that she's not just generic villain. Oh, fuck Lee, he was a bad person. No, I hope she's difficult, complex, remorseful, sad, compassionate, all that stuff, because Lilly was that. And I want to see all of that from her in episode 2. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you guys have enjoyed, and subscribe for more Walking Dead content on the channel. Be sure to comment down below your thoughts and opinions on my little discussion here about Lilly for the most part. So thank you guys for watching. I'm InfernoKun, and I will catch you guys next time on The Walking Dead.